Hi everyone, this is your guy Alan Mark. We have a challenge here. Let's start with the verse of the day. It comes from Psalms 111 verse 10. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. All who follow his precepts have good understanding. To him belongs eternal praise. Amen. So the challenge is saying, in this diagram, S, T and K. S, T and K lie in the same horizontal plane. RS is a vertical tower. This is a vertical tower. The angle of depression from R to K is beta. This is a depression. So depression, sometimes they can give you the angle of elevation. That would have been the angle of elevation from K to R. It would have been this angle. Because it's an elevation, this is a depression. That's why I'm putting an arrow here to simplify that for you. This is beta. And they're saying that the angle TSK is alpha. TSK, this angle is alpha. And we are given that ST is P meters. ST, these are P meters. And the area of this triangle, which I've shaded. This means triangle in maths, this symbol. The area of triangle STK is Q square meters. So what they want of us, what is required in this challenge, is to determine, first of all, the length of SK in terms of P, the area Q, and alpha. That's the first question. That's what we are going to first look at. And to start off, in our solution, since we want SK, but we have P, we have alpha, and we have Q square meters. Let's try to sketch that and see how it comes out. So we have this triangle. This is a triangle STK, which I shaded. These are P meters. This is the angle alpha. This is the length in question, and we have this area as Q square meters. So this is what we want. So if you look closely, we can't use the cosine rule because we don't have TK. I hope we all know the cosine rule. We can't use the sine rule, obviously. The only thing we can use is the area, because we have area, and in all of those equations we don't have the area being catered for. And since our question requires us to use Q, include Q, which is the area of this triangle, so of course what comes to you is that we shall have to use these equations. And if you're not well conversant with how we come up with these equations, I can help you. But the equations are showing, this is what they are showing: a half AB sine of angle C, which is the same as a half BC sine of angle A, and a half AC sine B. Let's look closely. how we come up with this, because these things may not be obvious to all of us. So let me show you how we come up with this. If we have a triangle here, triangle ABC, of which, if we have a triangle ABC, what this represents, what these capital letters represents, capital A, capital B, capital C are the angles. These angles. Capital A is this angle, capital B, capital C. And the distances, the corresponding distances, these small letters ABC. The distance opposite to angle A. The distance opposite to angle A is this, or the length. In fact, the length opposite to angle A, that will be the distance A. The one opposite to angle B will be our B, and the one opposite to angle C will be small c. Now, if we draw a perpendicular, because we want to find the area of this triangle ABC, if we draw a perpendicular from C coming down, and this is right angle, we call this distance h, height. We know that area of triangle ABC, the entire thing, is given by a half times the base, that is AB, right? That is C, capital, no, small c. This is AB, height h. But what is h? H can be found in two different ways, but h is, looking at this triangle, looking at this, we know that sine, okay, we know that sine of angle A is equal to opposite over hypotenuse. Therefore, our h, if we cross multiply, the b multiplies with this. So we have h as b sine A. So we can put that here. H is b sine A. Now we've been looking at this triangle only. Looking at h from another perspective, looking at this triangle, we can see that similarly, h, this is A now, the hypotenuse now will be A, sine, the angle now is going to be B, using the same approach. So we can substitute both of these guys here, and we come up with area A, which I'm calling A, as a half C times H for this triangle, that is B sine A, or it is the same area, a half C times, now this H, A sine B. So this is how we come up with these equations. Now I've shown you for, this is BC sine A and AC sine B. If you want to get this one, now we have to alter the triangle and draw a perpendicular from A coming here. Okay, yeah. So we're going to use that. In this equation, you look at the angle we have, that is angle S. So our area, so using that, using that identity that our area is a half AB sine of C, we know that A is a half our A. What is our A? Now, looking at angle C, first look at angle C. C will be this alpha, okay? Therefore, we shall have P will be our A times B, which is SK, what we have in question. Remember, the question requires us to find SK. That is part A. Sine alpha. But what is our area? Our area is A. Q, square meters. So this is Q. So where we have A, we substitute. Q is half of P times SK sine alpha. So we can multiply by 2 both sides, the whole equation by 2. What shall we have? We shall have 2Q is P times SK sine alpha. Meanwhile, you can as well put bars on top to show that these are distances, because here I boldened them. These are boldened. But if you don't want to bolden, you can as well put a bar on top to be the same thing, to be showing distance or length. So we want SK, don't forget that. So how do we get that? We divide by P and also by sine alpha, both sides. Since these both sides are equal, what you do on this side, you have to do it on this side, P and sine alpha. So these guys are going to die out. But since we are mature enough, we cannot allow ourselves to cross out things. Okay? It's like you've cancelled out that form, like that method, that step. So please don't cross out. I'm just showing you with this pen, P. But in the exam, don't cross out. So we come up with our SK being equal to 2Q out of P sine alpha. You may leave it at that, or you may say, I want to bring this sign on top. How do we do that? Remember, we know that 1 out of sine is cosec. If you want to answer to look smart, you can as well leave it here. But you can say that SK is 2Q out of P cosec alpha. That is the answer, the solution to the first one. We have P, Q, and alpha. P, Q, and alpha. Yes. So the second one, it says that show that 2Q tan beta. Show that RS is 2Q tan beta over P sine alpha. So